Have you ever completed the guided practice part of a lesson and then sent the students off to do independent work only to find that they get stuck almost immediately? It's almost as if they've forgotten both the explicit teaching and the guided practice. Now, quite often, it's not the explicit teaching. It's more likely to be the guided practice wasn't in-depth enough or structured properly. A student might be able to answer a few questions when they're being prompted by the teacher, but they're just not ready to do the independent work. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to create more effective guided practice activities in just a couple of minutes. We'll start with a basic lesson, improve the guided practice section, and then create a reusable prompt that you can use in any year level, subject or topic. Let's have a look. First, we need to create a lesson. I want a lesson for grade 6 students in maths on the topic of equivalent fractions. In my lesson, I want explicit teaching, guided practice, independent work, and I want to start with learning intention and success criteria. So this is our lesson. It has our learning intention, success criteria, and if we go down, we'll have a look at the guided practice section. We can see that on the surface it looks all right, but when we look a little deeper, we can see that it's fairly generic. And if we use this as it is, students probably won't feel fully prepared to tackle the independent work. However, this is a starting point. Now we need to refine it so our students can actually be ready to do independent work. Let's give the guided practice section some real structure. Let's refine the guided practice by asking ChatGPT to include a few key elements. I want to refine the guided practice section by having 3 worked examples, 3 questions for students to complete with teacher support. I want questions to check for understanding, and I want any misconceptions. Let's see what it does. Now let's have a look at our refine section. Remember, I was very specific with what I wanted. So I've got 1 worked example, a second one, a third one. I have some student practice with teacher support, and I have some common misconceptions. And I have check for understanding. So this is exactly what we want. This shows depth, and this will be very useful. If we use this, our students will be much more likely to be successful at the independent work. This is much closer to what guided practice should look like in a classroom. And ultimately, that's going to lead to better learning outcomes when students begin working independently. Remember, the first response from ChatGPT is usually just a starting point. To get the best results, we need to refine the response with specific instructions. Now let's create a reusable prompt. I want to create a prompt using the format that we used for guided practice, so I can use it for any grade level, subject, and topic. Create the prompt. So we can see now we've got a guided practice prompt template, and it's in the structure that we asked for. We have 3 worked examples. We have check for understanding. we have misconceptions, and we have practice with teacher support. Now we have a reusable prompt that we can use again and again. Simply change the topic, year level, or subject. I'll put the prompt in the description below, and you can use it anytime. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. It helps me create more practical AI resources for teachers. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.